Hey, this is Damien with Rosy Side Farm. Today we're talking compost and getting our garden ready for the springtime. I'm out here right next to the chicken coop, and it's just a plastic bin that I used to kind of clear out the rabbit manure from under their cages. And I've just been throwing my compost in here as well, so it's bedding. It's some bedding from the chicken coop that I cleaned out. It's rabbit compost. It's scraps from the kitchen. I'm about to dump some compost in it right now. I cleaned it out just before the storm. That's why there's some snow on it right now. I'm going to show you what we do with our compost to hopefully get our garden beds ready for the spring. So a lot of coffee grounds in here, eggshells, different veggie scraps. We have some sweet potatoes that were going to be seed potatoes, but they rotted. So they're all going in the bin. We got Peekaboo and Dilly here, real interested in what we're doing. The ducks are coming over. So we've been collecting our compost, and then we are taking them over to where our garden is going to be for the spring. All right, so we have our bucket of compost all loaded up in our garden cart. So, I mean, just a litany of stuff in here. So I'm going to show you what I plan to do to hopefully get our garden ready for planting. So we're back behind the barn in the place that we plan to be our growing area. So we are, I don't know, 100 yards away from the barn maybe. There's our barn, and there's our pasture. So right here, we've covered off an area with tarps with the hope of killing the grass underneath. We bought this property, and at least for a decade, nothing was grown here. There were no animals, no nothing. So we don't know about the soil. And we generally live in an area where it's very sandy soil. But what we're trying to do now is just add as much organic material under this tarp as possible to attract worms here to slowly improve our soil health for planting. So I'm just pulling up a corner of this tarp. Try to get kind of in the middle of this tarp right now. I've put stuff in here before. Definitely don't remember where I put it. It's been on here a little while, but it's not really designed to kill grass. It's just a big tarp. We'll see what kind of job it's done. And if it hasn't done a good job, it may just be a little while longer than we'd like in order to grow in this area. So it looks like I put some compost here. It's broken down pretty good. Actually, soil looks pretty good right there. Looks like I dropped a little load of compost or kitchen scraps. I see an eggshell in there. So I'm going to dump one of these buckets right here. The grass does not look like it's dying off, but it might just need some more time. Our first load is nothing other than just rabbit manure and some straw bedding that kind of got mixed in with it, but it's 100% just rabbit manure. So next comes a combination of kitchen scraps, chicken manure, rabbit manure, just a ton of organic material. I'm going to stick that in a different spot underneath the tarp. So some of this stuff has been in the bucket a while. You see at the bottom. I'm just going to spread this out under the tarp and hopefully bring some much needed nutrients to the soil. Now the part here that has the brown and blue tarp, these tarps have not been on here as long as the gray tarp, so there's not going to be as much kill off of the grass. So as far as our first growing season goes here on the farm, we're probably just going to have a normal, like back home garden, a little bit bigger than most people, but not really going large scale. We do plan on having a few things like a pumpkin patch, a dedicated squash patch as well. The idea is to get some pigs in here and tear up the ground a little bit for us. But things have been really busy. Haven't had that opportunity. So hopefully that's coming soon. Hey, thanks for checking us out on Rosy Side Farm. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. It helps us out a lot. We'll see you next time. Bye.